Hi and welcome to the New Song Cafe at worshiptogether.com. I'm Steve McPherson from Hillsong Music, and today we're talking to Sam Nock and Jill McClory regarding their song Unending Love from the new Hillsong album God is Able. So Sam and Jill, thanks for being with us today. It's really great to have you here. And today we're talking about Unending Love from the new Hillsong album. This is a really, really great song. Tell us about how this song came about and how you wrote it.
So Sammy and I spent a bit of time writing together, as we do on occasion, and we sort of just both had ideas and sat in a little room at our city campus and had our guitars and kind of fleshed out some thoughts that we had. And Sammy had this beautiful pre-chorus and I kind of had a verse, and it sort of just formed into a nice little couple of sections. But I'll let you talk about the chorus.
No, well, the thing that really kind of began with was this verse that Jill was writing, and the one thing that really captured me was the theme of the verse. You know, there's no silver or gold, there's no riches untold that could draw me away from your heart. I thought was just a real beautiful thing to be singing. But then we kind of needed a chorus to sort of bring that all together. And that kind of came probably like 18 months after that, this initial writing. For some reason, I don't know why, it just took a while. I know I'd been toying around with this idea of unending love. I kind of had this, I don't know, in your unending love, in your unending love, and I kind of was singing it and thought that's really good, but sort of not really a chorus yet. It's just sort of like a little bit of a chorus. So then I just sort of played more and more with it, and then I don't know, one day I just sort of was like, hey, I think I might have a chorus, and yeah.
And he messaged it to me, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? That's awesome." But I think the interesting thing about some songs that you write is that you do have sections that kind of maybe hasn't found itself as a song yet, but you have sections that in your heart you just know God's saying something, and you don't let them go. There's some songs you write, and you know it's nice, and then you go, you know, maybe that was just a moment for me to have of worship in my room. But then this song just felt like we tapped into something that God was saying to both of our hearts, and it was really natural. It wasn't like we labored it out and we were struggling to find a chorus. I think we just both let it sit, and when Sammy wrote that chorus, it just felt right, you know, like God just completed the thought that he put in our heart. And part of that, I think, is, you know, the Holy Spirit knows when a song needs to be released into the church. And so I feel like in my heart that's what it was, which is a really really lovely thing to happen as a songwriter, to feel like God, it is him that writes the songs through us, and he uses our gifts, but it felt like he sort of just blessed us and completed a thought, you know, and used us, which is amazing.
Yeah. That's a really powerful thought when you think about that. If you get to a place in a song, it's often just good to let it lie, let it sit, let God talk to you about it, and let it happen in his timing, rather than slaving sometimes just to finish a song. Sometimes you just got to let it sit and let God take his course with the song. Well, let's have a listen to the song, guys.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
There's no silver or gold, and no treasure untold that could draw me away from your heart. Neither love for myself or of anyone else will do. Jesus, nothing compares to its grace that rescued me.
beautiful, really nice. I want to talk about what you guys are playing right here, because you're using open string, open chording here, whereas you've got the capo on the second string. Just talk us about what you're doing there and through the different sounds that you're creating.
Well, I mean, for this kind of context, I like to really kind of use open chords, and so I'll often do sort of alternate tunings, which are very easy, but they sound really good. But they're very easy to do, and just personally, I really like the way it sounds, and especially when it's sort of in this kind of context. Yeah.
And if there's two guitars, it's always nice to, tune a bit differently, or add a capo and just get a bit of a different sound, kind of. Just mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not very experienced as a guitar player, but I mean, that's something that's easy to do for me, and to add a little bit of something. Yeah,
and it's really a simple thing, but actually worked and filled the song out for the instrumentation of the song out just with the two guitars, so that was really good. I was thinking about this song. Often when we do this song, the male will take the melody and the chorus. So you guys are both worship leaders. Just talk us through what you do with the song often when you're in a worship setting, and how you will use the male and female vocal to lead the song.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is quite a range. So for the girls, I think to keep the song building, what happens is the girl, because it's quite low, now all I am, you can build that to a certain point, but it's really nice when the male vocal jumps up the octave, and it just takes the song, it just lifts it sort of to the next level. And the interesting thing that I found is, as a female worship leader, at that point, you don't want to back off and kind of just stop leading, and then the male takes over, and then you kind of fade away, because it doesn't actually keep the song lifting. You want to just keep leading, and you jump up to, an alternate melody, or maybe a third above, and you just lead together, and it just makes it really strong. It's nice to have the
it's really good.
The collaboration of the male and female leading.
Yeah, I think I always heard this song, with a female voice singing that verse, and then the chorus, sounds really good, with the guy at the octave. But for me, I was just always like, it's got to be a sort of female lead, because it just sounds, beautiful. Yeah,
there's lots of things you can do with it really in a worship setting, so it's really great.
And if you are doing it in this kind of setting where you don't need a massive moment, the female can lead that sort of chorus, and it can be a really nice moment, but you've got options sort of to lift the song.
That's good. Good, guys. Well, thanks for being with us today. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
Jesus.